Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 31 of the Pokemon Cup Series. Today we're here for our annual Dirt Derby here at Eldora Speedway. It was an exciting weekend so far with the Truck Series and the X Series. Chris Emdev and Anthony Wendler both won races there. But today we will have two winners here from the Cup Series. And that's because this will be a double header weekend for the PCS. There'll be two races here at Eldora, each 50 laps and each with 21 cars. The reason for that is because there's 40 cars in the series, but there's only 30 spots in each race in Eldora. So I had to compromise and split this into a double header weekend. We will also be running a double header in Suzuka, which will kick off the World Tour, and that will be after the All-Star race, the All-Star weekend at Nazareth. And that weekend will be the next weekend for the Cup Series. So after Eldora, we'll run the All-Star weekend at Nazareth Speedway. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll tell you who's in the All-Star race right now and who has to race in the showdown a little later. But first, let's kick things off with race number 1 here in the Eldora doubleheader. Matthew Emdev starts on the pole tonight. Alongside him is Yin Canario. Row 2 is Maxwell Smart and Alex Hawkins. Josh Crash, Joshua Scully. Row 3, Anthony Lopez, John Mendez in row 4, and Chase Dunbar, Patrick Smith in row 5. Row 6 is Joe Smith and Ryan Acosta. There will be two drivers in the 96 this weekend. Joe Smith will run in race 1 and Daniel Knutson will run in race number 2, both running in the 96. Jay Jefferson and Jonathan Fast also in this race. So is Robert Smith, Eric Martinez, Avi Sachs, Philip Goldberg, Johnny Gardner, Jared Lewis, and Rich Roy. And Goldberg's trying to win again here in the number 20 car after he won the last race, a crazy wreck fest at Darlington. Speaking of which, you notice that everybody's running in their retro paint schemes from the last race. Well, the reason for that is because I decided I'm going to stick with the retro paint schemes for this weekend, because why not? Let's have fun with this Eldora doubleheader. We've had so much fun in the X Series and Truck Series here at this track. Let's continue the fun with the Cup Series by having everybody run retro paint schemes again for this race. Going to be a lot of fun, and most retro paint schemes didn't get their moment of the spotlight because they wrecked. Basically, because Darlington was a huge wreck fest last time. We're going to try to avoid that in both races in Eldora. So here we go. Car's going to roll off. We're going to begin the race. I should say the weekend. This is race 1 with cars 1 to 23 and number 96. The second race will have 24 to 96. The rest of the field that wasn't in race 1 basically. But 50 laps each race. Going to be a fun weekend. Double headers coming up, and the first race in the Dirt Derby for the Cup Series is underway. Whoa! Canario gets a little loose there. Oh, there's contact. Now there's contact with the 21. Oh, man. Matthew Emdev leads the race, and we have a crash. Josh Crash, speaking of. And John Mendez and Robert Smith with damage. Emdev will lead the race. Let's look back at a replay. Well, it started downhill for Crash right here. There's the 23 contact with the 18. And then he gets into the 5 and Crash spins. 23 and 3 involved. The 19, I believe, has damage. And the 22 had to slow down. And I saw one other driver spin, I believe, somewhere around here. Or it might have been the 22, very slow. Oh no, the one Chase Dunbar was in the wall, so was Avi Sachs, but they continued to run. Handful of cars involved in that last wreck. And Robert Smith is out of the race. So Smith's night is over already here at Eldora. And we're going to come back to the green flag with Matthew Mdev continuing to lead. And we're just getting started here this weekend. It's going to be a big, long night. A lot of beating and banging here tonight at Eldora. It's going to be so much fun. And look at Patrick Smith up to second place in the Penske duo running in the top 3. Oh, Lopez loose. Lopez got really loose. He lost momentum. There's Joshua Siculi running in the 3rd spot. And what a run by Joe Smith, running in 5th right now in the 96. Daniel Knudsen watching as he waits for race number 2. He'll be in that ride, in that race. Oh no, Hawkins, he's around. Alex Hawkins went around, and the 14 of Rich Roy made contact, and that'll bring a caution out. Hawkins spun. He's still running though. So not really much damage there to the 10. Nobody's out of the race. It was only Hawkins that spun out. We're going to continue. Going to go back to the green flag here. We're back to green. And so far, Matthew Mdev, he's been dominant in race number 1. Oh, look at the battle. Oh man. 96, little contact with the 15. Some bad blood there. There's Eric Martinez having a little contact there. Martinez goes down, trying to get in the top 5. And Mdev doing a great job. Now teammate Patrick Smith running in 2nd place. Both looking to win here this season, as the Penske cars haven't had a lot of luck here at all. Eric Martinez down low. Patrick Smith trying to get the luck of the 12 on his side, as Peter won here last season. One of the races here last season in the 12 car. Oh, Martinez and Canario spin. And the 14 Rich Roy with some trouble. That'll bring a caution out. Oh, Smith leads. And they were still beating and banging, but Smith hangs on. And he took the lead away. Wow, that was a race to the line, folks. Nobody's out yet, but boy, Patrick Smith, he had to work his way back up, and he is in the lead. Let's see if he can hold it. 18 laps to go, Eldora. We've seen a handful of spins here today, not much really wrecking going on, but these guys are still racing and fighting for a lot of precious spots and possibly to get into the playoffs. Playoff field is getting real crowded. Jefferson down low, and he gets that position away. Look at the solid run by Matthew Mdev. I mean, that was just a solid run for the 2. So Cully Lopez 3rd and 4th. And yellow is out. Eric Martinez has spun again. Not a great night for the four. And now we're going to have 10 laps left. So we'll see if Patrick Smith can hold on for the win. He's been close a couple times this season. Still looking for that win. That first win as well. Will he get it here tonight? Green flag in the air. Twelve and 2 are battling for the win here tonight. 9 laps to go. Third place is now Sicully. Might try to pounce. Here comes Lopez. Not going to quite get there. Oh, look at MDev trying to get a run. Is MDev going to get there? And the caution's out. Hawkins spins one other. Oh, we got a pile up. Oh, that does not look good. We got to look back at this and see what happened. Might be down to 1 or 2 laps left here at Eldora. We'll just have to wait and see. Whoa, another Penske car. Wow. We've talked about the top 2 Penske drivers here today, but Jared Lewis is the one we haven't really talked about until now. And he's gotten into some trouble. Oh, he's right into the 17. And he spins 14s around as well. And Eric Martinez, his night just went from bad to worse. Wow. And we'll see. And no, MDev hangs on for second. It looked like 13 was going to get that second spot, but he didn't. And now we see the drivers that are out of the race. Roy, Lewis, Martinez, Hawkins, Fast. They all called it a night. Here we go. It's going to be down to a 2-lap showdown possibly here at Eldora. This is not overtime. If we have a caution before the white flag, then we'll have overtime. Green flags in the air. Great start for Patrick Smith. And white flag will now be in the air under green with 1 lap to go for the number 12. MDev's probably going to let Patrick Smith get his moment of glory. The 6 spins on the last lap, but it won't matter. And Patrick Smith is going to collect his first win at Eldora. Oh wow, the 11 spins as well on the final lap, but that's it. We already took the white flag in the green. Patrick Smith collects the win here at Eldora, his first ever win in the series. Another first time winner here in the Pokemon Cup series, and this time it's Patrick Smith joining in those ranks. So great job for the 12 team. They win again here at Eldora. A 1-2 for Penske with MDev in second place. So now we're going to be going on to race number 2. But Patrick Smith, way to go. He celebrates the win. His first win of the Pokemon Cup Series here today at Eldora Speedway. Race 2 is up next as Patrick Smith celebrates the win at race 1. Race 2, here we go. Alrighty guys, race 2 is just moments away, and let's look at the starting lineup for race number 2. Steve Morgan starts on the pole tonight alongside Chandler Caudill, Diego Yepes and Eli Bright, row 2, Grayson Acevedo, James Richardson, row 3, Christian Parker and Alexander Rowe in row 4, Donovan Duthit and John Andrews in row 5, Igor Barreto and Zach Fitzwater, row 6, Philip Parker and O'Neill Balvin, row 7, Joseph Romanuk and Ethan Sale, row 8, Pichu and Daniel Knutson in row 9. Pichu's going to run this race, and he's sporting the Coors Light old paint scheme from the 1980s, reminiscent of the Bill Elliott days. Pichu drove the 9 car, by the way, in a couple races earlier this season, but he's going to be running in this one too to make the field even, since we're using the 96 twice here this weekend, and Pichu has his own retro paint scheme because of course everybody else is running retro schemes as well. And there's Daniel Knutson going to be in a one race deal. He's now in the 96 now. Ryan Casey, Angel Navarro, and Cody Smart round out the field. So here we go. It's time for race number 2. Patrick Smith got his first win here at Eldora. We'll see who else will join him in victory lane tonight. Here we go, the green flag waves. We're underway in race number 2 in the Dirt Derby. Oh no, 83, another wrecking! Oh man, 77! Yep, has just spun out! Are you kidding me? What a start! Who's gonna lead the race? It looks like it's Caudell. Wow, what a start! What a start! Chandler Caudell leads, and Philip Parker is back on track. I thought he was going to be out of the race. There was other wreckings, but apparently not. But Chandler Caudell leads back to the green. Wow. 77 just got major damage. Yepes. No way he's going to win now. Oh, look at the run by Eli Bright. That Menard's Rainbow returns for the 72. We'll see if Eli Bright can do it. Orange Crush here for Steve Morgan. Can he hold on? There's Alexander Rowe running that Retro 48. And the yellow is out and 2 cars have wrecked. Daniel Knutson and Angel Navarro have spun to bring the caution out again. Oh wow, 24 was loose, and then these 2 drivers spun. Wow. Daniel Knutson, his night probably would be a lot shorter than Smith's was here in the first race, and Steve Morgan spun. Oh, that's not good. Steve Morgan with some major damage. That is just really bad. And Diego Yepes, his night is over. Navarro's still back on track with 2 laps down. We're going back to green. 33 is off track already. I don't know if he's going to affect the leaders though. What a tight battle for second. And James Richardson trying to hang on, trying to get that second spot. And he will get there over Eli Bright. Now he's trying to catch this 42. Caution's out again. They'll race it back. Contact again. But Caudell will survive back to the lead. Caution was out for the 38 of Cody Smart. Smart spins. And someone else did. Christian Parker. Parker gets hit too. In the 88 car, he also gets hit. There he goes. There goes Christian Parker spinning. Oh boy. Now the 38 also, that's when the 38 hit somebody and he got turned. So we're back to the green flag momentarily. We'll see if Caudell can hold on to the lead. A little past halfway, we're back to the green. Well, this looks awkward. There's the lap traffic of Cody Smart, and he's going to make it a little tougher for Caudell to hang on. Is he really trying to help 34 out? Oh no! Contact with the 2. Oh, they sped! Oh no! Richard just got spun by his own teammate who was a lap down. Oh my goodness. That is a heartbreaker for the 34. That is just unbelievable. I don't know what was going on between those two. Those two supposed teammates made contact. Richardson gets clipped and he goes around. The 95 gets hit in the wall as well. Oh my goodness, that's uncalled for between those two. That was uncalled for. 34 just let him have it. He had no help at all from the 38. Oh man, that's just horrible. That's just terrible. I guess teammates were thrown out the window here at Eldora. Oh boy. That's just tough to swallow. Don Duthit is out, and we're back to the green. Caudell continues to lead, and he's got lap traffic in front of him. Oh, this will be interesting. Alexander Rowe in second place. Caudell's trying to win again in the playoffs, and Rowe is trying to win for the second time to lock himself into the playoffs. And Alexander Rowe has passed by for the lead. Got a little help from the lapped car. And now Rowe leads. Caudell's trying to get everything he's got. Trying to catch that 48. Oh, here we go again. Caudell trying to lead again. Contact. Bumper to bumper. And Caudell leads again. Rowe's trying to fight back. These two battling for the win. Still side by side. Coming to 10 laps to go. Caution's out. Are they going to race it back? And it appears that they are not. Oh wait, they are. They were racing back a little bit, and now that's pretty much it. This is going to come down to the final couple laps here at Eldora. Caudell takes on Rowe for the race win. 5 to go, green flag. Chandler, Caudell trying to hang on with 4 to go. He's in the wall. If we get overtime, it's going to change the game for sure. Here comes 48, trying to get by. Side by side, contact. 3 to go. Still more contact. Oh, man. And caution's out with 2 to go. We're going to go to overtime in race 2. This is going to get even more exciting. Oh, insane. This is insane. This insane race is going to have another 2 laps to decide who wins it here today. Oh, boy. So stick around. Overtime's coming up here in race 2 in Eldora. Here we go, folks. It's overtime here in race number 2. What better way to end the weekend here at Eldora than with a 2-lap dash to the finish? So we will have a 2-lap overtime attempt, of course, if the leader crosses the start finish line under green. The next lap's the last lap. If we get a caution before the white flag, we'll run another attempt. We'll run as many attempts as needed here at Eldora. We could be here all night. But here we go. Can Chandler Caudell hang on for the win? Final 2 laps decide who wins here, race 2. Oh man, hang on to your seats. This is going to be a fun finish. Green flag in the air. So far so good. These two battling out for the win. White flag in the air with 1 to go. Both in the wall. 72 spins. But nevertheless though, Caudell hangs on. Final corner. And Chandler Caudell in the 42 is going to win the second race here at Eldora Speedway. '42 of Chandler Caudell is your winner today at Eldora. Fun race at the end, but Chandler Caudell wins. What a finish, what an ending to the weekend. So final results on the left of your screen. You can pause the video to find out where you finished, but Chandler Caudell wins race 2, and Patrick Smith also won race 1. So these two have won a race here at Eldora Speedway. Both could be in the playoffs, but a win is a win even if one or neither of them make it into the playoffs anyway. But still though, they have that win here at Eldora. Nothing's going to change that. Caudell and Smith, Patrick Smith, both winners here tonight at Eldora Speedway. Before I go, I want to explain to you how the All-Star race is going to work. And let me just get out a note here. But anyway, here's how the All-Star race is going to work. We're going to have a showdown and the race itself. The races will be in Nazareth. So the showdown is going to have 3 stages: 15 laps, 10 laps, and 5 laps. And the winner of each stage will move on to the All-Star race itself. The race is going to have all the race winners up to this point. So because Patrick Smith and Chandler Caudell won here at Eldora, they're punched into the main All-Star race feature, so to speak, along with the other drivers that have wins this season. And also the drivers that are in the top 10 in points that do not have a win are also in. Those drivers are also into the All-Star race. So only the race winners and the drivers top 10 in points without a win are locked into the All-Star race. The rest will race in the showdown. The winner of each showdown stage will move on to the All-Star race itself. And the All-Star race is going to have 4 10-lap stages. You heard me right. 4 10-lap stages. And we will be down to just a certain number of cars in the final stage to duke it out for the race win. And for bragging rights, basically. So I'll explain explain more detail of how the All-Star Showdown and race itself is going to work. When on Facebook, I'll explain everything. Somewhere in a post, an update post or something, I will explain it. But that's how the All-Star race basically is going to work. So that's our next weekend. We'll have the All-Star race coming up for the Pokemon Cup Series only. Then we're going to go back to the swing of things for all 3 series. So after the All-Star race, just a quick rundown. The World Tour 31 is going to be for the Pokemon Cup only. There'll be another doubleheader weekend at Suzuka Circuit, and that's a road course in Japan. Then we're going to have the run in Gravis City Zone 7, 1 race. Then Biker Neki in Latvia, followed by Canadian Tire 349 in Canada. Canadian Tire, of course, and Biker Neki's in Latvia. And then Calder Park in Australia, Rockingham, UK. And the regular season finale for the Cup Series will be at Twin Ring Montegi. And for the X Series and Truck Series, They'll both be running in Nazareth, Gravis City Zone 11. That'll be a 1 mile roval. That's also in Gravis City, next to Zone 7. It'll be a Gravis City weekend when we get there, with Gravis 11 hosting truck and X Series races. Cup races will be at the 3-mile street course. And then after that, we will race a Gateway in both series. And then Canadian Tire will run with the trucks and the Cup Series. And then when 349 is held in the Cup Series, we'll be running in Mid-Ohio for the X Series. And then the X Series will run at Road America, while the Cup is running Coulter Park. And then both the truck and X Series will run in North Carolina's version of Rockingham Speedway. And after that, we will have Indianapolis for the X Series, Chicago Motor Speedway for the Truck Series, Richmond for the X Series, the same weekend as the Cups race there, and then Las Vegas. Las Vegas will be the regular season finale for the X Series and the Truck Series. And for the Cup, it's going to be the third and final race of the first round of the playoffs. And then we go to Sawmill and Old Spice. That'll be where the second round races are. Texas Phoenix. Third round races are in Talladega, Orlando, and Coca-Cola for the Cup. And Talladega, Pensacola, and Armory Digital for the X and Truck Series. And of course, finale at St. Joltis. So I hope I explained all of that to you guys. I'll explain more about how the All-Star race is going to work, who's in the All-Star race and who's not. But I do know the names, the list of the names that are in the All-Star race only, and then the rest that if they're not listed, they're racing in the showdown to qualify for the All-Star race itself. So, but I do know it's all race winners, drivers in the top 10 that don't have a win. Those are the drivers that are in the All-Star race. I will have the points from all three series at the end, so you will see, you'll have an idea as to who's in and who is not in the All-Star race, and all the others that have to qualify through the showdown. So, hope you enjoyed this weekend here at Eldora. It was a lot of fun to do. So, Chandler Caudill, Patrick Smith, Anthony Wendler, and Chris Semdev, all winners here tonight in the Eldora triple header. We're going to do this again next season. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we will see you guys at the All-Star race for the Cup Series. Chandler Caudill, your winner in race 2, and we will see you guys in the All-Star weekend for the Cup Series at Nazareth Speedway.